Welcome to our lesson on data and data display. We are going to be talking today about frequency table and line plots. And when we do this, I want you to make sure that when we set these up, that you pay attention to even the smallest little details on these tables and line plots. You will be asked to draw them on the quizzes and tests, and it's important that every detail is present so that you get full credit for it, and also that your data set is accurately displayed. First of all, we're going to talk about data, which simply means information, and then we're going to talk about the word frequency table. That's just the number of times something happens in a data set. So let's say I wanted to do an experiment with a group of kids. This is an important experiment because it has to do with sour gummy worm choices. So let's say that I only give you one choice of which color worm you like. I have a preference, so I will talk to you about what happened in my data display. So let's say I put up a poster. There is a green and orange gummy worm. There's also a purple and blue gummy worm. And there's a red and yellow Trolli sour gummy worm. And let's say I had a show of hands, or even I had kids get a marker and come on up and everybody got to choose just one, and they did tally marks. So each set of these is 5. Well, then I'm going to put the actual number off to the side. So 5, 14, and 11. So that's what a frequency chart basically looks like. And if it's all done, you are going to do, we'll do worm, tally, and then we're going to do frequency. So the tally is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The frequency will be 5, and then the worm will be green and orange. And you'll do that for the other two. This is an actual frequency table that you would fill in to make one. I'll show you the number of bikes in garages. We are going to have a show of hands, and maybe in a classroom, and we're going to say how many don't have a bike in their garage. What about just one? What about 2? What about 3 bikes in your garage? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 plus. When we had kids go through and put their mark on which one described them, this is our tally mark, and this is our frequency. So to make a really good frequency table, I want to point out that right here, notice nobody said 1. But since I'm going up by ones, I included 1 to say nobody has 0 or just 1. I started at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So when you're looking for the number of something, make sure you include those numbers. Even if you don't have any for 3, don't go 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. It's nope, you've got to put that 3 there. Okay? Now we're going to make a line plot, and we are going to use little X's. So I'm making a line plot out of my frequency table. So notice again, these are the number of bikes in someone's garage. I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I'm going to title it Bikes in Garages. Titles are important, so I know what I'm looking. And then down here, can't see this very well, this is number of bikes. All right, so I went 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus, and I put nice little X's above there. And if you look back to my frequency table, only one person had a 2, so I got 1 X right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people had 3, and that matches the 5 right here. This kind of shows you in a very visual way how high the line goes in each one. So you can immediately look at this and see that most people have 3 or 4 bikes in their garage. And it looks like everybody in the class at least has a bike or 2, or at least 2 bikes. So the line plot really shows the spatial relationship or the size relationship in the quantities or the numbers between different things. So I'm going to show you in the book a couple of their good examples, making the frequency table and the line plot. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. The frequency table shows how many books students in a class read during summer vacation. So we're going to make a line plot of the data, and then we're going to use the line plot to find the total number of students, and use the plot to find how many students read 4 or more books. So here's the books read, and so if you look here, look, they even included, nobody read just 5 books. They either read 4 or 6. But notice the 5 is still on the frequency table. So they're going to make a line plot of the data. So here we go. There's the number of books read. And if you count all the X marks, there are 22 X marks in all. So the total number of students is 22. And then the total number of X marks that are above the numbers 4, 5, and 6, right here, is 6. It's 4 or more. If you look back up here, it's not more than 4. It's read 4 books or more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can use this to find the answer. Okay? So this is not difficult, but what will count off for you is if you forget to title either up here so we know what we're looking at. In graphs, it's very important. And then you will be counted off if there is a number in the sequence that has a 0 and you don't include it. Notice this is a number line. You wouldn't do 1, 2, 3, 4 and then put a 6 right here. That doesn't make sense. It makes sense that there's just no X's there, just like up here. Okay, so hope you enjoy making all of the graphs this time. Feel free to use colored pencils and things like that if you'd like. You do not have to. It does need to be readable, and this is an assignment where I have to see something. They're not just one word or one number answers. All right, have fun doing this one. Please see me if you have any questions. As always, check the examples before you ask because you might know the answer to your very own question.